It was my fiancée locking the bedroom door at her own bachelorette party. I had been told the night was supposed to be simple. Drinks, music, her closest friends, and a little celebration before our wedding. I trusted her enough not to question it. In fact, I was at home helping my brother prepare the final details for the wedding. But earlier that evening, she had casually asked me to check the security cameras at the house because she was worried someone might sneak into the backyard. I didn't think twice. Then, around midnight, I opened the camera app. The party looked exactly as expected. Women laughing, music playing, glasses being raised. Then one camera caught something strange. Mi fiancée, Claire, disappeared down the hallway with a man I had never seen before. I stared at the screen. The man followed her into the guest bedroom. The door closed. For several seconds, I simply sat there, telling myself there had to be an explanation. Then the bedroom camera, one I had installed months earlier because of a previous security issue, showed them together. There was no misunderstanding. Claire was cheating on me. 3 weeks before our wedding. I didn't call her. I didn't scream. I didn't even send a message. Instead, I saved the footage. Then I called my brother. "Come over," I said. He immediately knew something was wrong. When he arrived, I showed him the recording. His face changed. "Are you going to confront her?" I shook my head. "Not tonight." I had spent the entire relationship believing that if something ever went wrong, I would fight for the person I loved. But watching that footage changed something inside me. This wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. And I wasn't going to give her the chance to turn her choice into my fault. The next morning, Claire came home smiling. She walked into the kitchen wearing the same dress from the party. "Good morning, future husband," she said. I looked at her. "Morning." She poured herself coffee. "You wouldn't believe how crazy last night was." "I can imagine." She laughed. Then she kissed my cheek. That was when I realized she still thought she had gotten away with it. I placed my phone on the table. I saw the footage. Her smile disappeared. The coffee cup stopped halfway to her mouth. "What footage?" "The guest bedroom." Silence. She slowly put the cup down. "Listen, it wasn't what you think." I almost laughed. "That's exactly what everyone says when it is." She started crying. She told me she had been drinking. She said the man meant nothing. She claimed she was confused and overwhelmed about the wedding. I let her finish. Then I said, "You weren't confused when you locked the door." She had no answer. I stood up and placed an envelope on the table. Inside was the wedding cancellation notice, the deposit information, and a copy of the footage. Her eyes widened. "You canceled our wedding?" "Yes, but you can't do that without talking to me." I looked at her calmly. "You already made the biggest decision without talking to me." She followed me toward the door. "Please give me one chance." I turned around. "You had hundreds of chances. Every time you could have stopped, you didn't." Then I walked away. By noon, both families knew. By evening, the wedding venue had been canceled. And the man from the video? Claire discovered that he wasn't some stranger from the party. He was one of her co-workers. She had been secretly seeing him for months. That was the part that destroyed her story completely. She hadn't made one bad decision at a party. She had built an entire secret life behind my back. The next morning, Claire called me again. This time, there was no anger in her voice, only panic. "I lost everything," she whispered. I looked out the window. "No, Claire. You lost what you were willing to risk." Then I ended the call. The wedding never happened, and the footage that broke my heart that night ended up saving me from spending the rest of my life married to someone I never truly knew.